divorce and you have to reflect on who you are, you know, I was doing this to him, and it was like, well, wait a minute, what did you do, and what part did you have in the marriage?
Correct.
So I went through that. But the last straw was just the lot of shenanigans, you know, that's not honest and not being, you know, one-on-one.
In a deeply emotional moment, LisaRaye McCoy let down her guard not because of Hollywood drama or career setbacks but because of something far more personal, her daughter, Kai. During a heartfelt Instagram Live, LisaRaye broke into tears and asked her followers to send prayers. At first, no one knew exactly what was going on. But those close to her say the pain had been quietly building up for a while. It wasn't just a mother worrying about her daughter, it was the kind of pain that comes when you realize you might have to say goodbye to someone you love more than anything. A goodbye you never saw coming. LisaRaye's only daughter, her closest companion and lifelong source of joy, made a huge decision: she was leaving the country. And not just for a short trip. This was permanent. A new life. A fresh start. And for LisaRaye, it felt like her heart was being ripped from her chest. To understand how much this hurt, you have to look at the relationship between LisaRaye and Kai. LisaRaye had Kai when she was just 23 years old. Back then, she wasn't the glamorous actress or red carpet icon we know today. She was working multiple jobs, taking modeling gigs where she could, and doing whatever it took to survive. But when Kai was born, everything changed. LisaRaye became laser-focused.
I don't know what role she really played in his life. I just know that I've seen her a couple of times, you know, in places that she shouldn't have been.
She wasn't just a young woman chasing fame, she was a mother first. Always. She often turned down big opportunities if they meant missing important moments with her daughter. Even during the height of her fame, whether it was starring in movies or serving as the First Lady of Turks and Caicos, Kai was always her top priority. LisaRaye made sure her daughter knew how loved and supported she was. Over the years, they were seen everywhere together on red carpets, at fashion shows, even just out running errands. Their connection seemed unshakable. Kai often called her mom her queen, her best friend, her hero. It wasn't just sweet words for the public, it was real. They were inseparable. But no matter how strong a bond is, life changes. Children grow up. And even the closest families have their moments of friction. As Kai stepped into adulthood, she began finding her own voice, building her own brand, and defining her identity beyond just being LisaRaye's daughter. And while LisaRaye's love has always come from a place of protection, sometimes that protection can feel overwhelming. Insiders say the two began to clash not just about career moves, but about relationships, independence, and even parenting styles. Because yes, Kai is now a mother too. And LisaRaye, who once fiercely guarded her daughter, suddenly had to step back and figure out where she fit into this new dynamic. For Kai, becoming a mother changed everything. She wanted to raise her child in an environment that felt grounded, peaceful, and private. And she realized she couldn't do that in the world she grew up in: the spotlight, the pressure, the constant comparisons. So, after months of quiet planning, she made the bold decision to move overseas.
I gave it to her straight because my thing is this: when you're a woman and you grown, let's handle it like a woman. Let's talk face to face and let's get it out.
When she told LisaRaye, it wasn't a conversation, it was a bombshell. LisaRaye was caught off guard. It wasn't that she didn't want Kai to be successful, it was the fear that she was losing her for real this time. Losing the closeness, the late-night talks, the inside jokes, the comfort of knowing her daughter was just a short drive away. When LisaRaye went live and asked for prayers, she didn't say much. But her face said everything. The trembling in her voice, the tears that wouldn't stop. It wasn't about fame, it wasn't about drama, it was about love. A deep, aching love that now had to adjust to distance. But to fully understand why this hit LisaRaye so hard, you have to look at her past. LisaRaye grew up on the south side of Chicago, raised by a single mother in a tough neighborhood. She saw struggle early. She knows what it feels like to be let down, to be overlooked, to feel like love is something you have to earn.
So that's why for me it's like, hold on now, you know we had a conversation about this. Come talk to me. And here's the thing. Don't make me do it with the receipts, don't make me do it.
Her father, a successful businessman, was in and out of her life. When he was murdered under tragic circumstances, the emotional wounds only deepened. That's why, when she had Kai, she made a promise to herself, her daughter would never feel the way she did. LisaRaye went all in. But in trying to protect Kai from the pain she experienced, maybe she held on a little too tight. Maybe the line between love and control got blurry. And now, here she was watching her daughter choose a different path. One that didn't include daily phone calls or Sunday dinners. One that involved distance and silence. But here's the thing, Kai didn't make this choice to hurt her mom. She made it to heal herself. She needed to create a new legacy. For herself. For her own child. She needed space to grow, not just as a mother, but as a woman. Since the move, LisaRaye has been doing some deep soul searching. She started therapy, something she never thought she'd do. She leaned on her sister, Debrat, for support. She pulled away from the public eye to focus on her emotions and began thinking about her future, not just as a. And so now, we're here watching a mother and daughter, once so close, navigating one of life's most difficult transitions, letting go. LisaRaye McCoy isn't just a celebrity going through a tough moment, she's a mother with a breaking heart. For years, she poured everything she had into raising Kai. She gave her time, her energy, her love, sometimes even at the expense of her own needs. And for a long time, that bond was unshakable. But now, her daughter is an adult. A mother herself.
I knew I was gonna get them good TV anyway. So.
I know you're great television, and even listen, and you're so transparent with even the FaceTime calls to Kai, your daughter. You learning obviously through him about the termination of the pregnancy, and just seeing how emotional you got. What was going on in y'all relationship at that time to where she didn't feel the need to share that with you?
I think it's just a mama-daughter relationship, you know. And she hadn't found her way through life yet and figured out what she wanted to do. So she wasn't in school, she wasn't working, she wasn't doing any of that. And then to come home and say, I'm pregnant, would make any mama go, what? What part of the game is this? You know what I mean? And I did the same thing with mama. I never told mama when I got pregnant and terminated a pregnancy. So I didn't feel bad that, oh, she didn't tell me. It wasn't that at all. I was glad that she handled her business. I look at my granddaughter now and my tears.
And she's decided to leave the United States for good to build a life elsewhere, on her own terms. That decision left LisaRaye devastated. When she went live on Instagram, the pain in her voice was real. You could see it in her trembling lips, in the way she paused between sentences, trying to hold herself together. She didn't say much, but what she did say, and what she didn't, spoke volumes. Y'all please send me some prayers. I need them right now. My heart is heavy. Those words hit different when you know the backstory. LisaRaye isn't just dealing with distance, she's grappling with change, with the shifting tides of motherhood, with a love so deep it hurts to see it drift away. You see, for LisaRaye, being a mother wasn't just a role, it was her identity. She raised Kai mostly on her own. She made sacrifices that most people never see. While the world saw her in glamorous outfits on red carpets or on television sets, behind the scenes, she was doing late-night homework runs, wiping tears, giving tough love, cooking meals, and making sure Kai knew she was the center of her universe. And in a way, Kai was. LisaRaye often said that being a mom was her proudest achievement, not the movies, not the fame, not even her time as First Lady of Turks and Caicos. It was motherhood that grounded her. But here's what makes this even more painful. The very strength LisaRaye showed in raising her daughter is the same strength Kai is now tapping into to walk away and start over. That fierce independence? That unshakable courage? That came from her mother. And now, Kai is using it to build her own legacy, even if it means creating distance from the woman who gave it to her. And that's what cuts so deep. It's not that Kai doesn't love her mom. It's that she needs space. Space to heal. Space to grow. Space to raise her own child in an environment that feels right to her. And for LisaRaye, that's hard to accept, not because she doesn't want her daughter to thrive, but because she never imagined thriving would mean being apart. LisaRaye's heartache isn't just about geography. It's emotional. It's spiritual. It's about realizing that the little girl she protected for so long no longer needs protection. That the roles have shifted. That the tight bond of yesterday must loosen today so that tomorrow can happen. But that doesn't mean the love is gone. If anything, it's a testament to how strong their bond truly is, that even as they take space, the connection remains. That even though they're walking on different paths, the roots are still intertwined. In the days since her emotional live video, LisaRaye has pulled back from the public eye. Sources say she's doing deep inner work. Therapy. Journaling. Reflecting. Trying to figure out who she is now outside of being Kai's mother. And that's a tough question. Who is LisaRaye McCoy when she's not needed every day? When there's silence where there used to be laughter? When the house is quiet and the calls don't come as often? The truth is, this moment is forcing her to rediscover herself. To nurture the parts of her that were always on hold. The artist. The woman. The human being beyond the title of mom. In a way, this is a rebirth for both women. Kai is stepping into her own light, no longer just the daughter of a famous woman, but a creator of her own story. And LisaRaye, in the shadow of that change, is being asked to do something she's never had to do before: release. And that's hard. But it's also beautiful. Because real love isn't about holding on, it's about knowing when to let go. It's about trusting that the bond you built is strong enough to survive time, distance, and even silence. It's about having faith that the child you raised so carefully now has the tools to build something powerful, even if it's far away from you. So if you're a parent watching this, or a child who's ever had to take a step back from family to find your own truth, you know how painful but necessary this kind of growth can be. It doesn't mean there's no love. In fact, it means there's more. More trust. More courage. More hope. And though LisaRaye may be hurting right now, she's also healing. She's learning to mother herself in a way she never did before. She's learning to live without the daily closeness but with an open heart. She's learning that sometimes, the greatest act of love is simply this: letting the people you love go live their lives, even when it hurts. She's not alone in this pain. So many mothers and daughters go through these seasons of separation. But what matters is what's on the other side. And maybe, just maybe, this distance will bring them even closer in the long run. Because one day, when Kai looks back, she'll know exactly what her mother gave up for her. And LisaRaye, through all the tears, will look up and smile knowing she gave her daughter wings. To every parent watching this, wondering if your love is enough, or if your child will come back, remember, love never leaves. It just evolves. And sometimes, the greatest measure of success as a parent is knowing your child can walk away strong. LisaRaye is still that strong mother. She's just learning a new kind of strength now, the strength to let go. And that is the real story. Will look up and smile knowing she gave her daughter wings. To every parent watching this, wondering if your love is enough, or if your child will come back, remember, love never leaves. It just evolves. And sometimes, the greatest measure of success as a parent is knowing your child can walk away strong. LisaRaye is still that strong mother. She's just learning a new kind of strength now, the strength to let go.